as soon as I heard about if you want to grab your scum cap, scum beanie, or scum hoodie, my boy does them. Grab them at the Instagram or Gmail link in the description to this video. So today's essay is the modern gold rush. As soon as I heard about the 1% business model, I fell in love instantly. Maybe it's due to my introverted nature, but you mean to tell me that a person can make a living, and not just a living, but thrive doing something by themselves under their own systems, and it's not something they completely hate? Let's get it cracking. Let's see what this is all about. So the way I've heard Danko and Hamza explain it, it's basically a formula to monetize any passion or any interest. So tell me, does it sound implausible that if you build a broad audience, then focus on a specific problem within that audience, that you can eventually solve that problem for some of your audience and eventually sell that solution as a product or a service? I don't know. There's just a lot of self-limiting beliefs that you have to overcome before you try something like this, or really try anything new similar to this. Things like, I'm not a social media person, I'm not an introvert, I'm too busy, all of those things are BS, bro. Because you don't need to be a particularly outgoing person in order to start creating content and teaching people on the net. And I keep posting all of these free online tools that people can use to create videos and create content without even needing to show their face or use their voice. So just build an audience talking about what you love and then offer them a service or a product that they need. In addition to the self-limiting beliefs, there's a lot of work that goes into setting up this kind of system, finding all the tools, all the platforms, all the resources that help you build products. Yeah, it definitely is not some get-rich-quick scheme, because there's a lot of things that you have to learn along the way, things that will support the main passion, auxiliary skills. But if this is going to be your life's work anyway, then doing research on it and making your project, then teaching others how you made those projects is going to be a piece of cake. After all, it's something you're already doing. You just have to start documenting and sharing it with others, and you have your whole life to do it. You say you're not a social media person, but you're on social media every day consuming other people's content. You say you're an introvert, but you are way more energetic around your friends and when you're talking about the things you enjoy talking about. And you say you're too busy, but you binge watch your favorite show every weekend, if not every day, especially with the free channels on all the free variations of E that just play shows all day. You can just watch multiple omnibuses. So how many weekends in a row have you said, okay, I'll do it this weekend, without doing it? I think another great thing about this framework is that the more experience you have, whether with your life or your topic of choice, just the more knowledge in general you have, the easier it will be for you to create content and build credibility. You probably have lots of unique insights that you share with your loved ones every day, and they're constantly going, wow, I never saw it that way, when you talk to them. So more people would stand to benefit from hearing those insights. More people would stand to benefit from interacting with your intellect. You just need to have more faith in yourself. Speaking of, I'm gonna make a hook around that. You don't need to be a particularly outgoing or extroverted person in order to build your own creative framework or build an audience online. You just have to start teaching people. They'll appreciate the info, and those who do will also appreciate your personality, unless you're like a totally sick fuck. I hope you're not. Yeah, I've already posted here for several months, in fact, on WhatsApp and Facebook about the various tools that you can use online to create videos and create content without ever showing your face or voice or even spend much time on social media. You just build an audience talking about what you love or what you're good at, what you know. Then you offer them a service or a product that they need. In addition to all the self-limiting beliefs, there's a lot of work that goes into setting up this kind of system. Of course, it's not a get rich quick scheme, and there's lots of things you have to learn along the way in order to support your main hustle, your main passion. But this is going to be your life's work anyway. So doing research on it and making your projects, then teaching others how you made those projects should be relatively easy, if not an absolute piece of cake. After all, you have your whole life to do this, dog. you say you say you're not a social media person, but you're on social media every day as a consumer. You say you're an introvert, but you're way more energetic around your friends or when you're talking about something that you know a lot about, i.e., your core audience. You say you're too busy, but you watch every episode of your favorite show. How many weekends in a row have you said, I'll start this weekend, and then the whole weekend goes by and you ain't done shit? So, I personally had already been trying to find a way to live as a creative on the internet without being famous or getting into some kind of system that has gatekeepers who, are trying to exploit you for maximum profit, if we're being honest. And I don't think my standards are too high, honestly. So anyway, if this idea of making money online, doing what you love, also intrigues you, you can learn about it from the 2 videos in the top link in the description. I hope I remember to put those there. If I don't, remind me, okay? So I think another great thing about this model is that the more experience you have, whether with life or your topic of choice, the easier it is for you to build credibility. You probably have unique insights that you share with your loved ones every day, and they're constantly going, I never saw it that way, when you talk to them. But more people would stand to benefit from your intelligence. You just need to have more faith in it, your own self. Once you learn how something works, it seems like pretty common sense. You see, there's this guy I used to follow on my old Instagram account who had a following of over 3 million people. Just to be clear. One time he mentioned how he makes millions and all he does is post memes all day. That was an oversimplified statement, but the dude was selling merch and graphic design courses as well. I don't know if Insta had a monetization option at the time, but because he built such a large following, just being his true, twisted, unhinged self, people were willing to buy his meme t-shirts and learn how to use Photoshop from him. There were many other graphic designers who could teach, but they wanted him. The t-shirts would have been cheap. The t-shirts could have been cheap if he wanted, but they weren't. And because his skills were so in demand, he could also charge outrageous hourly rates to coach someone in graphic design. So I bet he eventually just sold all his teachings as a course, so that he wouldn't have to be there all the time and just delink your time from your money. Nowadays, digital creators have evolved beyond selling just courses. Or maybe I'm just the one noticing this trend now. Because I remember YouTube channel memberships have been around for a while. So yeah, I may be wrong on that. But everybody is getting rich this way these days. And those who aren't, everybody is making money online in very similar ways. So beyond just selling courses, now they are offering exclusive memberships to their own communities where they take calls, open discussions, provide coaching, etc. So instead of taking one course like the aesthetic superhero course, then you get all of their old courses, as well as basically getting a constant course where this person is teaching you everything as they learn it, but you also have access to them. You can post questions there daily, and you can be guaranteed that at least within the week he will answer your question. Some people are willing to pay for that because for years or for months your free advice has worked for them, and now they realize they're reaching higher levels of progression in their life because your advice has worked so well that you haven't even made or had time to synthesize that information properly to a general context that can help anyone who watches it. So now they're going to come to you with their own specifics. That was the lens of the creator, right? From the lens of the student, see, at that point, once you subscribe to an online community or a membership, like maybe Denmo Social or Adonis School, free plug, then you've basically chosen your own group of subjects and a teacher. So when you watch their free content, when you have a few creators that you watch online, you know that every week I watch Okay, me personally, every week I watch like Montel Gordon, Dan Cole, Hamza, Alex Hormozy, and a few others that are not top of mind right now. But those are the ones I watch most frequently, at least for business. And then there's the other stuff for MPTI. That's like my public school, right? So if you have your own public school of creators who you learn things from, and then you go and join their private communities, now you've built yourself your own private school, all without leaving your room. If you subscribe to several of these creators for every aspect of your life, or for several aspects of your life that you want to improve, now you've built your own private school, all without leaving your yard. So anyway, that's it for this video. If you got any value out of this, stick around for more insightful takes like this by hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.